Well, welcome to my laundry room, y'all. It's been a while since I've done a video, so, and I might could film somewhere else, except my husband's talking to some friends online through headphones about this crazy show called Tiger King, and all I can say, it's on Netflix, and it is a train wreck you can't turn your away from if you start to watch it. I never personally started to watch it until I went to pour a cup of coffee this morning and got dragged into the mess. It's just insane. Normally I will do a video showing y'all, basically how I do things because I can't do a process video showing me working on things. But there's a lot going on in the world right now. I think every country, everybody I know is dealing with COVID. I am no exception. My state, as of midnight tonight, goes into lockdown until May the 1st. That has created some problems. How am I doing with the whole COVID thing? Not well. I've not done a video in a while because I've had a lot going on personally. I have some medical issues going on, ended up in the emergency room in February, need to find a new doctor, tried to get in with a new office. My first appointment was scheduled for April 21st, and then they moved it to April 7th, and then I get a call yesterday telling me, oh, we're sorry, ma'am, we can't see you until May the 5th, so let's hope you don't get sick until then. I have a lot going on. Before I start showing you, different things that I've got going on at the moment, and I'm sure you're wondering what this is, and I'll explain this mess in a minute, along with these books and these bottles and this ink pad and all that mess. But I'm going to address something that is important, not just to me, but to thousands of other people. I pulled this out of my kitchen. This is inexpensive. You can buy it at Walmart in America. You will notice this says gluten-free. Okay, we have a problem right now with grocery hoarding. Okay, people are mass buying and insane amounts. And when people would normally buy, pasta mixes, just your regular gluten-based, wheat-based pasta mixes, and they're sold out, they're starting to buy these instead. Let me please ask y'all, if you do not need gluten-free, please do not buy it. I don't want nobody to go hungry. Honest to God, I don't. But this is important for people with celiac or wheat allergies. People like me cannot eat wheat, rye, barley, and even oats unless they're processed correctly. We can't have malt vinegar. I am stuck. This is literally my last package of this. I have no more gluten-free pasta. I could not find gluten-free bread. Could not find gluten-free flour. Everything was gone. I went to buy my gluten-free flour and saw a woman just buying gobs of it going, well, if I can get my flour, I'm going to buy this. Well, there's a problem with that because a lot of the gluten-free flours, if you don't buy xanthan gum too, it's not going to bind. It's not going to hold together. You're just going to have a train wreck in your kitchen when you go to cook. But for people like me, when we can't get this kind of stuff, we get sick. The sick will vary from person to person. For me, it's extreme rashes, fatigue. It messes up my vitamin absorption. Wreaks havoc. Okay. That's all I'm going to say about that. Please, in the middle of this crisis, please be considerate for people with allergies or, in my case, celiac and autoimmune disease where my body does not process it correctly. Okay, enough about that. Now, about these little things. These are buttons, sort of. They're made out of cardboard. Back in January, I did a masterboard thing with Kylie Koo and Nina Rabina in their group, Mixed Media Emporium. and I had some that didn't quite turn out right, so I just traced me a coin, and I think this one was a dime, and then I had a little hole puncher that did these holes, and I just eyeballed them and did that. Um, these I stripped off of my kids' Valentine candy. My kids are grown, they still live at home, so I still do the same thing now that I did when they were little, and I buy them the little boxes of candies. I'm going to turn these into these. I just have not gotten around to it yet, for a lot of reasons. Okay. This is a new challenge going on with Kylie and Nina. For the month of March, you're supposed to make creative envelopes, and they have some amazing videos on creative envelopes. Well, this is just a magazine page, honestly. I liked it. It was cute. I even had the other side of it until I lost paper. So I printed an envelope template off the internet and turned this into an envelope, which is kind of fun to do. This makes, somewhere around your standard size envelope. Not your standard business, but, the others. You can make this size envelope out of any 8.5 by 11 inch piece of paper. Whether it's, a magazine page, a coloring page, a printer paper, whatever. Okay, what is this hot mess? Well, this hot mess is me working on some painted backgrounds that maybe didn't quite turn out right. But it's very easy to do. You just take you some bottles of paint, kind of like these. I have some sitting on my dryer. Probably shouldn't, but I do. And you drizzle some and you spread them in whatever manner with a spoon, a plastic spoon, a plastic knife, whatever. And you can get these. This was meant to be a much larger envelope. However, I lost my template to turn this into an envelope. And until I can get this turned into an envelope, I can't mail off the Happy Mail that I have had intending to go to somebody. So, let's hope my template turns up. This is from back in January. Like I said, I've not made any videos in a while. This is working on, again, another Kylie Q and Nina Robina prompt for their Mixed Media Emporium. And if you want some amazing people to hang out with, they are awesome, awesome people. They're on Facebook. You can find them. Great people. This was done with some scrapbook paper that, it's not good for writing on. I didn't really know what I was going to do with it, but I liked it. And this is just the front and back of 2 sheets mixed into a patchwork design. Book pages stamped out of, butterfly stamped out of book pages. And that's because this here, I love this baby, but this is the only punch I own. So if I punch out anything, it's a butterfly. Everything else, I fussy cut. This one was made with book pages, magazine pages, grocery receipts. Not sure what I'm going to do with this. This one is probably going to become a background or something in either an art journal or my personal journal. From the time I'm running, it looks like we might end up with 2 videos. This is warped, and I'm going to have to weigh it down. But I had some red paint that was drying up in some tubes. So I just squeezed as much of 2 different colors of it, because they're both drying up, onto this piece of packaging. I think it was something, I think scrapbook paper might have come on this, but similar to pizza boxes. Sprayed it with, like I said, a plastic knife or a plastic spoon, and you get this, and you can weight it back down to get the warp out of it. And again, it's, just another master that you can do something with. Now, this thing. I don't own a lot of stamp pads. I own two, to be precise. I own this one, and I own this one. That's it. That's the only stamp pads I own. Don't own a whole lot of stamps, but, you know, I own a few. This one, I do not recommend that anyone buy. I've never, ever, ever had a clean image come out of this. Ever. It's a good price, but you're not going to get clean images. This one is a whole different story. This is a very good ink pad, and you can find it at Walmart very inexpensively. With everyone being on lockdown and you can't, you know, really go shopping. This background here, it's a piece of poster board, and I've traced for 8.5 by 11 things on it, so I can cut it out so I can make some dividers for a new cookbook, because I've just recently been diagnosed with celiac, so I have to change my recipes for my house. But with people not being able to go and buy things to craft with, I think now's a good time to talk about other ways that you can do it. I get this a couple of times a year. Highly recommend it. It's a flower catalog. Good images. You know, I can flip through this. You can see. Yeah, I can get plenty of good flowers out of this. So look through your catalogs. Look through your magazines. You might be pleasantly surprised. Yeah, probably not going to get to this stack in this stack yet. Well, no, I've got enough time. I'll explain this one. This is a new journal that's in the making. I've done nothing to it. It's just a composition book right now, okay? It's going to become a baby journal for, my little brother and his girlfriend who are expecting. And I have wrecked my brain trying to come up with what I'm going to do. And I think I'm going to go with some Campbell's Kids in this and a few other things. But in trying to figure that out, you know, I found this scrap. And I thought, oh, you know, some of this would be good in there. So I put that aside. These are cute. I picked these up for 5 cents at my local library not too long ago. And I thought I would get some really great images for that baby book out of it. I didn't. I flipped through, and oops, that's on the wrong side. I like the big bird. He's separate. I'm gonna do something else with him. But I got these. I can get these alphabets. You know, these little ones out of it. Everything else is way too big, and this is very dated. It's from the 1980s, but you know, I can use the alphabets in this, and I will. So, you know, when things get back to normal, don't overlook your libraries. Some other things I've gotten for 5 cents is, you know, this. I'm not a microwave cookbook person, but I'm going to figure out how to turn some of these recipes into regular. So, you know, and even if I don't, you know, again, good pictures. So I'm going to wrap this up since I'm running out of time, and I'm going to come back later and do another video. Bye-bye for now.